Bean made that beat.
Tell her stop playing with me. Now talk about money, then please stay away from me. I see demons, somebody please pray for me. I recline in my chair and wait patiently. Tell her stop playing with me. Yeah. Tell her stop playing with me.
No, I seen a post that was on Facebook that went viral, and it said something about like our niggas want to sit up under their homeboys, and because they gay. I'm like,
huh?
Yeah, they said that because you know how some niggas they want to be around their homeboys all day, and like women are calling them gay because they want to be around their homeboys.
That's because girls don't have friends.
No, that's because true. They're insecure. They using it.
I know, but girls don't see it the same way because women don't have friends. Like guys can be friends with other guys because we're just friends. Girls can't do that because they're competition.
True.
Well,
territorial.
Yeah. It's been a lot of
what you think,
Mayy? What you think about that?
It's been a lot of low down dirty things that's been going on, and y'all know that. So. Folks out here, men out here moving different. Some women out here looking at it different.
I get it.
Certain shit don't look right.
But she using it to a certain extent to manipulate men because you insecure.
I mean, I get that too.
I mean, you know.
And if you feel like that, then you need to leave that man alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You really doing because he done fucked off on you. You worried about where he at.
You need to leave that man alone.
And if I tell you to sit there and stoop and deal with that shit.
What y'all think about people keeping the location on their phone?
That's
the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard.
It's either they don't know that it's on, or they're dumb as fuck.
Well, some people just don't know.
Some people
like Snapchat, I didn't know had it.
I'm talking about relationships, like people having their spouse location.
Yeah, like they gotta have their location on their phone.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I just see where I'm going and I be back. You know, that's it. You know, big
people out here doing it. Like,
I know some people that do it.
I seen a girl say she said take one of your AirPods and put it in the trunk of his car so you know where he at all times.
That's not gonna work.
My thing is y'all do everything but leave. I'm leave it at that.
That's not gonna work. Because I'm missing one AirPod and I've been looking for it for a long time and I can't find it.
Maybe you should have lost both.
Well, maybe so. Now you still can't find it if you got the box.
Yeah, if you got the box, you really just
it's not gonna work.
Try to open the box and tell you.
Yeah, so putting that one AirPod in there, it's not gonna work.
But yeah, that's just girls they do everything but leave. That's just stupid.
I'm not finna do that.
I'm just kicking.
If you with your man, trust your man. And if you can't trust your man, leave your man. Vice versa.
Now go see a counselor, somebody. Cause men
go see a counselor. It works.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to manipulate me.
If you need to see a counselor, it's probably done.
Oh yeah, I'm done.
Like if you're at that point,
I would go see a counselor because sometimes you know, like people don't understand what you're saying. You know, sometimes it takes somebody else to kind of like break it down and tell you that how you saying it is wrong or how they taking it wrong. So I'm not against going to counseling. I mean, it will come to it. You know, I ain't tripping on going. I don't think he would be either. I mean, it's communication.
I get it. True. I agree.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I see it, but it's a sign of
we
failure.
We got no counseling. I don't. If somebody else got to tell me we need to stay together, I don't think.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they're not telling you to stay together.
When you go to counseling, they're trying to help you fix things, mend things.
No,
well, they're trying to help you realize if
communicate.
When you go to counseling, it's pretty much like on his way to being over.
Yeah. No, it's over. Basically
it's over. But you got a mediator that's going to revive it.
No. Trying to revive it. It depends on what you're paying them for.
No, and nobody's like, hey, man, everything's so great. We should go to a counselor.
Yeah, there's different types of
some people do that.
Some people feel like you just can't get through to somebody, but you don't want to let that person go. So I mean,
but I'm telling you some real shit.
What?
If you go to a counselor, a couples counselor, they're gonna tell you to stay together. If you go by yourself, they're gonna tell you to break up.
Fuck yeah, they will.
Really?
It's real shit.
Yeah.
I bet 65% of women that go to a couples counselor walk in with a black eye.
You got the same thing?
Damn.
You got your ass messed out.
I ain't talking about going that far.
Your shit slid back in the refrigerator.
Now this one you gotta let go.
Yeah, when he start hitting you upside your head because the ketchup hot, it's time to move around.
That's fucked up.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's time to move around. But you got a good point. Like somebody, their relationship be going so perfect. And they be like, let's go to counseling. This shit start going wrong.
She go south.
Or you just fuck around and like...
That's just God telling you that person ain't for you. That's it.
You
if you go to counseling, you basically just having somebody tell you it's okay to try to be together.
But no, at the same time, I still think that...
They're going to try to talk you through it.
Yeah.
Unless y'all just like finna kill each other, They gonna talk you out through it. But if you go by
think you should
yourself,
go before you get way to that point, though. You know?
I don't think you should go to counseling, period. I think you should have no common sense to know.
Well, I mean, hey,
And don't go no pastor either, because he can't tell you shit either.
They just gonna tell the people in the church.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
also, most.
Rap about your business is full.
Yeah, that's true.
They just gonna tell you business.
But I ain't worried about that because you know what? God gonna deal with that. I'm not worried about it, baby.
Man, if you get to that point, I'm gonna tell you this. This how you know it's over. You need to just leave. If you sitting there asking God, just show me a sign that ain't the one. You need to pull the fuck off. You get to that point, you just praying at night. It's time to move around.
And then God show you them bad signs.
And you still missing them. It's just like a yellow light. You still running through that.
Yeah, you're like, God, wait, no, not that one, God. Show me a different one.
Show me the other one. Now he over sleep with Byron.
Oh, man.
You gonna find out he been fucking around with Byron for 7 years.
Damn.
You wonder why he got them rims in that damn channel.
Yeah. Why he's been listening to Cameo a bunch. You're really listening to a lot of DeBarge lately. Is everything all right?
Listen to Sade.
Yeah.
Cucumbers.
Fucking smooth operator. Walk in, he's got cucumbers on his eyes. Listen to Sade.
Oh, man.
Is that smooth operator?
Man. I mean, that's the truth, man. If you get to that point, just leave. Look, like I ain't never been to that point, just like.
Yeah, but you know what? That's true, Chad.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's the truth, man.
You just never know where life might take you. I'm not gonna ever say what I'm not gonna do because every time I say what I'm not gonna do, I end up doing it. So I ain't gonna say.
Well, maybe that's a bad
You just
thing.
gotta try to be prepared. That's what
I'm just,
I'm throwing my
not gonna.
opinion is you need to just be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if you work on it, the house, work on it, the house.
Because you can think motherfuckers so perfect. You can think a motherfucker so perfect. And you just sit there looking like, I really hate how this motherfucker brush his teeth in the morning. You got spit. I mean, just little shit like that'll piss you off.
A piss on the toilet. Like, damn, he can.
You just realize the motherfucker is flawed. And I think that's what's wrong with people. Like, they don't think people can be flawed. And they hate other people flaws, don't think they have flaws.
Right.
I don't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the worst shit is when
the
people...
bad thing is I think I'm that person.
Wow.
But I try to be like, hey, bro, shut the fuck out sometimes.
At least you
like,
can
At least, yeah.
But my mama is like this. She is so she be wants stuff to be clean. She want this, and that.
So you acting like your mom.
I guess so, because she can raise me to be like that. But then that's why I be like, nah, just chill out and just woosah and don't make this a big deal over. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't gonna be that serious.
Yeah. Because mom she'll blow up about stuff.
So you be blowing up about stuff.
Sometimes.
I just cut people out quick. That's my go-to. As soon as I get annoyed, gone. Blocked on everything, gone.
Yeah, because my mom used
You're
to
out.
yell, and I should just sit there looking like this, okay.
Black parents and stuff, they just put you through PTSD too.
They really do.
It just, man, it just...
Because we're
parents.
They do.
I was gonna say there's some
grandparents too.
lose some.
Shit.
My parents.
My mom, and my daddy just...
My mom's half autistic, and my dad's. I don't know. If you ever see Sling Blade, it's pretty close to that.
Shut the fuck up.
So it's a pretty bad combination.
You ain't never seen Sling Blade?
Nope. They sound like something
I reckon he be.
They sound like the Conehead.
Sling Blade is funny, but it's fucked
That's
up.
what your daddy sound like?
Shouldn't have done that. I reckon you got any of them biscuits, mustard,
What he say? He said
potatoes.
He said he's not funny like this.
No, he's not funny. He's funny queer.
What is it?
Sling Blade, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
He plays a.
Is this a movie?
Yeah, he plays a retarded dude that killed his stepdad. He saw his mom and stepdad having sex when he was a kid, and he killed his stepdad.
I need to watch.
Sling Blade. Some people calls it a Kaiser blade. I just call it a sling blade.
Like sling?
Sling blade, like a
everything he said.
Oh wow!
You reckon they got gas in that tank? Whenever they can't fix a lawnmower, and he's like, he's so stupid, he'll think of the dumbest solutions, and that's really what it was. There was no gas in the tank. Reckon they got gas in it. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's funny.
I need to check that out.
Shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy.
Sling Blade, like, how did he?
It's Sling Blade mixed with Hank Hill.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
He said, damn it, Cody.
Damn it, Bobby.
God damn it. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's, and then my mom's like, I don't know, like Bill Gates without money.
Wow.
You said she looked like the nigga?
Well, she didn't really look like him, but like, she just, like, everything's like ones and zeros. Like, technical. Like, you can't have a conversation with her, really, about anything. Like, it's always just like, has to be like, do, like a robot.
She kind of like Pig Hill.
Like a robot. Yes, basically. And then makes me Bobby.
Damn.
Which is pretty fair, too.
So you're like the black sheep.
Now, it used to be my little brother, but now he's the good one, and I'm just living at home and eating fucking peanut butter toast every day. Smoking cigars and shit.
Yeah, but it's true. Your parents give you PTSD because, like, my mom was the reason why I hate noise.
Oh God, I cannot stand loud noise.
I hate when people just
I
like,
can't stand when people start yelling. I get all nervous and I'm ready to go.
It's like, why the fuck are you yelling? Like, God damn, shut up, shit. That's how
I kind
be.
of get a little. I feel like I get kind of bottled in. Like,
You scared?
yeah, my sister gets yelling at her kids. I get scared. I be like, bro, it's not even. Man, you tripping
But
on yelling.
I can say, now that I got 2 kids, I can see why she
I
yell.
how to
But
get
at the
yelling
same
too.
time, I be trying not to, but they'll push you to that point. I'm like, goddamn, sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
Well, man.
Kids will bring that side out of you.
Yeah, I don't want to ever fucking have kids.
I just don't like loud noise.
I'd be a shit parent.
They used to yell and
I
I
don't
like,
like getting yelled at.
damn.
I don't do well with
Yeah, I don't like getting yelled at.
I don't like getting yelled at.
No, turns me into like a 6-year-old getting yelled at. You
I
like,
feel like
you
you're trying to
become like a
belittle
little
me.
kid again.
I feel embarrassed.
Yes, yeah,
And it leads to
exactly.
anger.
And if you yell at me in public, I might slap you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
That's where it goes.
Yeah.
Don't you can yell at me in the car. I might just be like, okay.
Don't
but,
yell at me.
But if you do like you yell at me in the middle of Sam's, I'm gonna put your head in that front.
Yo, mama?
No, just anybody.
Oh, I don't care about
We
it.
trying to little bro me.
I don't care about nobody else.
I heard you treat me like a grandson.
No, you not.
Wow. Nope. I'm not gonna let nobody just handle me rough. But you do have to practice. You know, you have to practice peace.
Yeah.
It was the no lie.
The ugliest dog on the planet.
I hope your dog bite you.
I would fucking end that dog.
I have to.
How mad would you be?
I almost said I called the laws.
Wow.
It'd just be my brother.
But then I just thought about it. I was like, I don't call the laws, but that's how mad I would be.
You'd be mad?
Yeah, enough to want to call the laws because it's gonna really upset him. So I'm gonna have to react.
I have walked
That's
on
fair
some
I'm
enough.
gonna have to react based off of her. Between me and you, it's gonna be more of a damn. Why you do that? Like we gonna laugh like later on. It's gonna be why you do that. Like,
So
I have
cold.
to react. It's kind of laws on you.
That makes sense.
I have to throw something at you.
Yeah.
It ain't
Yeah.
personal.
Throw DP's water bottle at me.
Like, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, but it won't be personal.
Right.
It's just a reflex.
It'd just be like, why the fuck did you
It's based on
just
my
kill
own
my
lady.
dog?
Yeah, it's based on my own lady.
Fuck you doing, man.
But you know what's crazy? People care about dogs more than they care about these kids out here.
And those are the dumbest people
Those are some
on the
weird
fucking
people.
Those are some
Weird
weird people. They gonna go save their little Dalmatian, whatever. It could be in a car with the windows rolled up. They gonna call 911.
You don't want to start again.
But these little kids is getting hurt out here and getting kidnapped. Put in the back of the vet, like, or getting messed with, molested, you know, like
diddle.
they want to make them a part of a community.
I mean,
That's true.
You don't went into the
That
store to go
is
get a
not
water.
right.
You done went to the Shell station, got you a water, and you done left your dog out the 5 minutes. You come out there, your window broken, the police out there.
Yep.
But if it's a kid out there,
How dare you?
dare you
Yeah,
do
but
that
then
to little Timothy?
then your neighbor fucking
No,
molests your
they act like
kid.
they didn't even see little Timothy get
I'm
took
talking about the
away.
dog, you know.
Oh,
Yeah, but
wow.
that's what I'm saying. Kids get molested and kidnapped all the time. Nobody really gives a shit.
No, and it's crazy that
Special
it's
victim unit do.
The show?
Yeah.
They do more than the
But
real
it's
police.
like this crazy that they kind of want to like make it. It's like a mental thing.
That it's a sexual orientation.
Yeah,
they're trying to make it like that it's like a valid sexual orientation.
And that is ridiculous.
We need to start a fund me.
A petition. We got to start something because I'm with the kids.
They need to just start killing people. I would
laws on them for the kids.
Man, they need that.
Everybody, you going to jail.
Yeah, they should bring back public executions just for that.
Just for that. You don't mess with no child.
Don't
like
mess
that
with kids.
That takes away a child innocence.
So you think we should start a non-profit for the kids?
If they trying to do what they doing,
no non-profit for the kids.
There's already probably some.
But we can have.
Oh, I see what Codak said. It's not going to
But I'm saying,
yeah.
So you think about the more there are, the less attention each one gets. So you're better off just putting your time into one that's already established.
So we need to join one.
Yeah, or you just help, do whatever they need you to do to help them. But if you make one, then it's just like, oh, now here's one that's going to take away attention from.
We need to join one because I'm not.
I'm with it.
Down with it.
Whatever it takes.
Man, it was a dude on YouTube. He had a YouTube channel about he would like message these dudes on social media and act like he a 14-year-old, and like this dude, he recording this shit off his phone and had him.
I'm talking about like To Catch a Predator.
That shit was fun.
Oh,
no, it was on YouTube, not 20.
Yeah, and I heard the same one, but it was like that.
I'm Chris Hansen.
Man, they come out there and had a little girl sitting on the bed. They try to do some little move. He just start beating hell out of her.
That stuff is heartbreaking because I have a child.
Yeah.
You can't. No.
That's why I don't even let my kids go in the front yard.
This grown ass man acting like a little girl. You know, well, he feel like a little girl on the inside. Or whatever he feels like. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this, man, this
that bullshit ass picture.
I saw that too.
That messed me up looking at that. I was like...
Well, there are, like, that's a big, like, community of people that think that they're, like, still children.
I did not realize that. There's a lot of people that don't know nothing about it. Somebody told me about it at work. And she was, like, furious about it. And I was like, what? I didn't know none of that was going on. I don't think our community knows so much about that.
Those groups have been around forever. Like NAMBLA. Yeah. NAMBLA has been a thing for at least 50 years.
Saying,
the National American Man-Boy Love Association. Something like that. But it's a group that's what they do is try to get like legislation passed to lower ages of consent. Because they believe that it's like a natural instinct for an older man to want to sleep with a younger boy. Yeah. Because they go back to like ancient Greeks, ancient Romans, and that was like common then. But also people fucking died people were like, if you made it to 30 back then, like that's old age. So like, yeah, people were having sex at like a younger age then. But like that's not how it is now. Yeah. Like a 6-year-old man and a 12-year-old boy, that's not the same thing as it was in ancient Greece, because that shit didn't even hardly exist. A 60-year-old almost didn't even exist.
But in your soul, you should know that is not right. Like, you do not do, like, that is not.
I'm gonna tell you.
But they trying to be a part of the, what community?
LGBTQ.
Yes. They trying to put that P at the end. And I'm not just, like, all the way right. I just seen it on social media. But if they do, I'm really already tired of that.
You really can't believe everything on social media because people just putting shit out there.
Yeah,
everything's clickbait.
Yeah. So I really don't know, but if they do.
But I'm gonna tell you something I seen so crazy tonight.
We gonna start a ride.
You know the little infomercials like, oh, if you use Roundup weed killer.
Who I'm over just lost.
If you use a Roundup weed,
I'm over just in the sauce. I'm like, this is going on.
This is the one that's gonna fuck you up, and it fucked me up. I had to rewind the TV back to look at it again.
What?
You know how like the little infomercial like, oh, if you use Roundup weed killer between 1998 and 2005,
you get canceled.
Yeah, you get canceled.
Yeah, you're entitled to it. Yeah.
This one said, if you were in Boy Scouts between 1980-something and 2003 and you were molested by the leader, you call this number, you can get... I'm just like...
No, that's a huge... Yeah, I've seen that too. The Boy Scouts of America are apparently settling this like massive class action lawsuit because of the like thousands of kids that were molested in the Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
Which is funny, I was in Boy Scouts. And you know how they say, like, you repress, like you repress bad shit? I started thinking, I was like, fuck, did I ever get, like, diddled by my fucking scout leader?
Did you and didn't know it? Did you just
I don't know. But if you
I'm
repress
sure you would remember it.
No, that's what they say, that, like, a lot of kids don't remember. Like, they have to go to counseling and it gets, like, the memory gets triggered to them. And I'm saying, like, what the fuck? What if I'm, like, watching a movie and I'm like, fuck, I was molested? Like, I just sit there, like, start crying. Like, I mean, I know my dad took me out of Boy Scouts.
But you don't know why.
He said it was because he said it was because the scout leader said that I was fat. And my dad was like about to beat the shit out of him. Or he called me a hippo. And my dad was like, tried to fuck him up. Like,
yeah.
And then I never went. But maybe he told me that to save me from, like, the real story. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's a lot to think about.
But I seen this infomercial. Like at 10:30 at night, and matter of fact, I had me a little nightcap, and I was just like, wait a minute, I know I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
They just really play this shit on TV, and I
was cool, calm, collected about it.
What?
Man, whatever. I'm just like,
They stepped.
and I had told Britt, I seen her a few days later, and Britt was like, what the fuck? I said, that's that shit. I said, I was trying to tell you about it. She was like, they for real this shit. I said, yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
That shit come on TV, bro. Like, they really have an infomercial for Boy Scouts leaders for raping little boys.
They just had, like, a huge protest in Arizona
It was a
about
movie
it.
called, is it called Cheerleader? It's, I can't think of the name of the movie. I'll look it up. But anyways, it was like, these guys that was in, Boy Scouts. And they were like, they were gay already. Like, they had like really short shorts on, and they was like blue with a bow tie. It was like real gay. And like the girls was like in cheerleading camp. I think they should call it a cheerleader. Let me see.
We don't have a fucking clue what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, Boy Scout is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's super fucking weird.
As a kid, like that.
Seeing that was kind of like, damn.
Yeah, I was in it for a year.
Is that what they
Like, even that
It's just a
7, 8
strange fucking thing.
even
Like,
at 7, 8 years old, I'm like, these little motherfuckers walking with little tight ass shorts on, this little punk ass ball around their neck.
yeah, see, we didn't do that because, like, I guess, like, your first year, you just wear, like, normal shit. But after that, you, like, start wearing shit like that. So luckily, I never had to do that. But I mean, you're dressing up these kids like the village people or some shit. Like, it's weird. And then if you're like an old man and you want to like be a scout leader, I don't know. There's something fucking suspicious about that. That you want to like teach kids how to like survive in the wilderness.
That's weird
Like,
that you want to do that in general.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
how is that not already a red flag? That you want to take a group of kids out
It's
to the
called
woods?
I'm a Cheerleader. That's the name of the movie.
Oh, with Natasha Lyonne. Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't know this.
I mean, if you want to like guide kids, be like a little league football coach or basketball coach.
But be legit with this shit. It's too many. That's a thing,
though. Like,
yeah.
have you ever done the app where it tells you all the child molesters that live in your area?
No.
And it looks like fucking chicken
How
pox.
did y'all do that?
There's tons of them.
It's
You just
like-
Google it, like you'll find
it's
it.
like
Like
2 or 3 that stay like.
yeah, there's like a neighborhood alert thing.
2 miles from my house. Now one is like around the corner.
Ooh, my fucking little neighborhood, my little meth lab neighborhood, there's like dozens of them. And like, we used to just ride our bikes up and down the street as like kids, like all the time. And like, I don't think that website was probably
We
around
had that kind
then.
of problem back in the, over there on Rainy. Like, shit,
We
everybody
didn't
knew
know it was a
everybody.
problem. No, nobody knew anybody. Like,
everybody knew
because
everybody
everybody's
over
drugged out of their minds. Like, you don't know who, like, it would be different people living in a house every week. Like, because they just live there for a little bit, get fucked up, and then leave.
Slumlord going on.
Kinda. I mean, there was a few little houses that, like, it was just, everybody's there. Like, and people. Like, my little street, like, everybody's lived there forever. But, like, all the little other neighborhoods and streets around here.
Yeah, the other neighborhoods in your neighborhood are sketchy.
They are sketchy. Yeah, my little street's not too bad, but then the fucking...
It gets sketchy.
It gets sketchy.
You got a nice house, though.
It is.
The neighborhood still
But
gets
the
sketchy.
neighborhood
I
gets
never paid attention.
fucking rough. Like, the further you go down that neighborhood, the worse it gets. Until it gets to a point where you're like, there are people that actually live in this fucking place. And it is rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got meth addicted whites.
Meth addicted whites all all of them. That's all it is.
That's worse than a black crackhead, I tell you that.
Yeah, you can straight out
yeah.
and sign for meth head to come running towards your ass.
No, meth heads are definitely worse.
They'll try to
Yeah,
fight you.
for sure.
Drug addicted whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, drug addicted whites,
They more
but
dangerous than any
specifically
damn
meth.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
kill your
we ain't gonna
ass.
say drug, it's just meth heads.
It's meth.
Yeah.
It's meth heads.
Yeah.
They different.
It's a bold group of people.
They said some black people smoking meth now.
It's
Maybe.
different.
I'm sure. I mean,
ain't ice and meth the same thing?
yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
It's the exact. Yeah, ice is
Whoa.
crystal meth, which is meth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's never been like a 100% white thing,
Damn.
but it is a like
No, it's not.
mostly white, like
It's
a landslide mostly
I be
white.
looking at like some of them posts on Facebook when they be like them people getting like real racist in the comments, especially like around here, little countries and like Overton, Liberty City, Sabine, and all this
Yeah.
shit.
What they do?
And white folks be on there calling black folks this and that. And
For real?
Oh yeah.
dead ass serious.
Oh,
But
yeah.
let me tell you,
Wow.
this is what gets funny. When they called them, it was one girl said, "Yo, insisted ass meth headed bitch." She said, "You
Damn.
country something." That woman got mad on a whole different level. Like they hate being called it.
Hey, you want to read some like real racist shit? Go to Yelp and look up a Yelp review for Golden Corral. You will read some of the most because there's only two groups of people that go to Golden Corral: racist, fat old rednecks, and then like black people. And those two groups at a restaurant together will. I was on there one time reading the Yelp reviews, and I was like, "Good God!" Some of the shit these people were saying, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, it sounded like they were like reading out of a pamphlet from a Klan rally.
Oh.
Like, just talking about going to Golden Corral. Like, they were that pissed off that there was it wasn't all white people at Golden Corral.
Golden Corral nasty.
Oh, yeah, well, it's not like the highest class of people that are going to fucking Golden Corral.
True.
But yeah, like,
Yeah, how did you tell somebody that with a straight face?
tell them what.
I'm going to Golden Corral.
Yeah, like if you tell me to go to Corral, I'm like,
I think you only tell other people that go to Golden Corral. You just have your little community. I don't think you just tell anybody.
I seen someone put on Snapchat, I'm going to the John today.
Long John Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Well, they don't need to be.
They have a community.
Yeah, they need to be locked up. That kind of brain
Man, if you
doesn't need to be
Long
out
John
in the wild.
Silver's, Arby's,
No. I gotta stop you on that one.
Arby's
Arby's is pretty fucking good.
Arby's is there out there.
No, it's not.
Arby's is
What they call it, roast
What do you
beef?
mean?
Roast beef.
No. You don't get shit like that.
What they got on the Reubens?
I get Reuben.
Oh.
Yeah, the Reuben from Arby's is fucking good.
I ain't eating none of that.
It's a small little community that eat Taco Bell too.
Nah, Taco Bell's Taco Bell's a wide community.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
'Cause I eat
I'm
Taco
scared
Bell.
of people that eat
I
Taco
am
Bell.
too.
I eat Taco Bell sometimes.
I'm scared of you.
Uh-huh. That's fair enough.
It's like laxative food.
It doesn't do that to me. I have pretty strong intestines.
Man, Taco Bell ain't been right since they had the chicken burritos. Them hoes used to be $1.09. Now them hoes probably $3?
I don't get that. I get a 5-layer every time.
Can't go that far.
5 layer.
Yeah, 5-layer burrito. Those things, man. Like, you can say what you want. Taco Bell's pretty damn good. I'd rather have that than like Sonic or any of that shit. Fucking Whataburger. Whataburger's
Wait a minute now.
Whataburger's fucking disgusting.
You going a little too far.
Everybody's like, well, fucking Whataburger's Texas. Get the fuck out of here. That place is
I'm kind of
nasty
with
as shit.
Cody, cause man,
I'm not-
That piece is crazy.
I'm not trying to.
Good,
I am not
man.
trying to sit in a fucking drive-through for 45 minutes for somebody to heat up
fucking
a
burger.
frozen patty. They're like, we make them fresh. No, you don't. They're fucking. All the patties are the same size, so you definitely don't make them fresh. Like,
Some good preserved meat then. Shit.
Have you ever had a double meat?
I've had.
Have you had a patty melt?
yeah, the
Yes,
patty
I've
melts
had
is
a patty
on
melt.
point.
I've had a burger.
you ever had
I've had the
jalapeno
breakfast.
cheeseburger?
Motherfucker, I've had a lot of shit from
Do you
Whataburger.
do you like patty milk?
No, I like the Monterey
Hey,
milk
now that patty
conda.
milk, good. That patty milk is a heart attack right there.
That shit's not.
You got to have your
You said the Monterey milk.
The Monterey milk's good. What, you don't like the Monterey milk?
Monterey milk is good. I
Yeah,
tried
the Monterey
it.
milk's
Yeah,
good
but
as
it's just
fuck.
the fact that out of all the shit this nigga could have said.
The
Well,
Monterey-
none of the other shit's good. If
Monterey
other
milk
shit
is
there was good, I would have said other shit.
If you would have said the honey biscuit or something, but
No, that's not good.
Have you ever
Breakfast
had
on a bun's not
Have you
good.
had the what is that, mushroom sandwich? I'll put you on that.
No, I don't. I just don't.
I
the
just,
Swiss mushroom.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I had that.
That hoe is.
I just stick to Wendy's. Wendy's is the
Hell
is
no.
way better.
What you mean, Baconator?
Baconator, yeah. There was one summer where I ate no, you want to hear something great? So like whenever I was like 16.
Wendy's is good. I fuck with Wendy's.
Wendy's is fucking good. When I was 16, I ate a Baconator every day for the entire summer.
I can tell you.
Wow.
I see it.
That shit sticks.
No, I didn't.
I used to work with that shit sticks.
No, I was pretty skinny then.
Did you work there with me?
Yeah, that was my first job.
Damn.
That was my first job.
I'm a Subway.
What you have to do, cook?
Yeah, I was over the meat and
How this shit made?
it come like you go in the back of the freezer, get these big ass boxes. Them hoes like stack up.
Oh yeah.
And you put them like this little freezer, little thing, got a top on it. You take it out and put on this little skillet thing. It has dividers on there. You had like your junior, your single, whatever the bigger size after that. And you just put them on there. You flip them over, and then you
But do it look like real meat?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I don't.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
what it look like?
It doesn't. It just.
It's brown already, huh?
No, yeah, I think it is. It was
I
right.
can't eat Wendy's no more.
Ooh.
This is like 10 years. I remember vividly like what I had to do, like, and then like the meat, and sometimes like
You gotta season it or this shit already.
you don't even have to season it. Well, you can put a little salt on it. Have a little salt shaker. You gotta put it on there. Put a little salt shaker on it. But this is what gets me. Okay, they have these drawers that you put them in. It's like a oven, but it has like little drawer, like a Tupperware bowl. You just stick it in and keep them warm, and you just cook them, put them in there, and keep refilling it up. And sometimes motherfuckers forget, like, okay, these patties been sitting here for 3 hours. Come on now, and like you gotta.
They be cold. Ooh.
But this is where it gets worse. Sometimes they that chili they used to have, when they take that patty meat and chop it up and put in the damn chili.
Yeah.
I used to get a big ass can of chili, about this chili sauce this big, and get like a whole bunch of patties and chop this shit up and put it in there.
This shit old patties.
You want to know what though? It does not stop me in any way from wanting to eat Wendy's. I actually want to go get Wendy's right now. I don't give two shits what they do. They could have rats and they're making it like Ratatouille.
You still fucking with Wendy's?
Still fucking with Wendy's. I don't give a shit what I hear about them. There was a lady found a finger in her chili, and you know what I did? I was like, Mom, can we go to Wendy's? Like, I didn't give a shit. Like, I was like, I don't care about
Well,
this.
I'm not even
You
gonna cap.
tough as fuck.
I'm not
Wendy's is
even
good.
gonna cap the Baja salad. I used to eat that shit all the time. It's like a chili.
This shit Taco Bell?
That's kind of weird.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's
It's
a
at
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Damn.
But Wendy's, Taco Bell is a lot of Baja shit. So.
Yeah.
No, it's called.
Baja salad.
And I hate they bacon
Now,
potato.
but they try to be slick and call it like a chili salad now or something like that.
That sounds way worse. Chili
It was
salad.
called like a
sounds
Baja
Well,
salad back
it
in the
don't
day.
sound like a good plan.
It don't sound like chili on salad.
Basically, I used to think
It
like, why they
doesn't
call
sound
it
good.
Baja salad? Just a chili on salad.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's actually good.
Chili salad sounds.
Oh, you over there eating it 3 hour meal? 4 hour meal?
No, I used to make my own. Wait a minute now. I used to get them patties. Say this with me later. Mix with that right there. That's mine.
No, what's funny is like you'd think, because like I worked at Subway, you'd think that because they're making the food in front of you that just makes it to where like it's
Nah.
clean and shit.
Especially the shit on top.
It was so fucking gross. Like I was like, dude, it's like it's so like the mayonnaise is like left out a long time. I used to just sit in the freezer and eat like cookie dough all day. I didn't do that job. And I used to like, I remember, did you ever spit in anyone's food?
Hell no.
I did one time at Subway.
You a cold.
Nah, this fucking woman was such an asshole. And she said some crazy racist shit to one of my coworkers. She said she didn't want this like black girl to make her food.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So when she wasn't looking, I just went like a quick one, not like a crazy like loogie or something, but a quick one. But I'm like in the fucking counter where everyone can see me. And I was just like, oh shit. And spit right in her fucking sandwich. And then I drew a dick with mayonnaise on her sandwich. And she saw me and I was like, fuck. I closed it up real quick.
Hey, it's just best to cook at the house.
You acted bad down at these people's job.
Yeah, I was like 16. I mean, I didn't give a shit.
She crazy as hell. I've been saying I don't want that motherfucking sandwich. She say, "This bitch back."
Have y'all seen that video where the woman, she was a black woman,
Cody,
and it went viral on Facebook? It was a dude that Subway. He was trying to get smaller, and she was calling all kind of.
She was like, "You punk ass bitch."
You punk ass bitch. I'm gonna call. She went down.
I called my son, and
yeah.
I would have told her to call him. Please call him now.
Oh, she treated him small with cheese, no lettuce. That's how she was acting.
What's your first job, Joe?
A firecracker stand. Some fireworks.
You look like the asshole that lights some fireworks up in the stand and blow that bitch up.
That is. I could have gotten 1,000 guesses, and that wouldn't have been one of them. I would never have guessed you worked at a fireworks stand.
Churches or something like that.
I didn't even know Joe had a job.
I worked at a firecracker stand in the summer, like in high school.
Damn, I would have thought you were like an orderly or something.
But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna fuck it. When I worked at Walmart, and
I worked at Walmart in the deli.
I worked at Walmart for a day. For one day.
No, I wouldn't either. I
did. I worked at Walmart for one day and quit. I was like, I am not going. I was like, they had me unloading, doing the loading shit.
Ooh, no.
Okay, no. So they told me, they were like, it's pretty easy. Like, you're just going to be moving shit along like a conveyor belt. And I was like, oh, that's fucking nothing. Hell no. First day, they put me on like the waters and like Gatorades and shit. And so you're just going back and forth all day, carrying like crates, the cases of water for like, almost 10 hours. And then I went home and I was like my legs were, and I was like so fucking exhausted. And the next day I called in, and then I just never went back in. I was like, I'm not doing this shit. Like, this job fucking sucks.
You like, oh, I'm hoping praying it's a light truck. You open up that bitch, that hole's filled from the front to the back, and it's gonna take you probably about damn near a whole shift to unload that bitch.
It sucked.
And then
you had to do that?
Huh?
You had to do that?
I did it like one time, like they was short on people, but like the people we had back there, we were bullshitting. I did like one or two shifts one time, and shit, you unload that bitch, but the hard part is having to separate that shit and put it in the departments. That's what hard. Unloading shit, that's the easy part. It's just separate. You gotta have somebody unload shit. You gotta have somebody down there separating by departments. That's what get hard at. But when I worked at Walmart, like in the back, they have like all their soda cans and shit in like one section. I seen a rat one time. Rat in the soda cans. And I was like, what the fuck? And the dude that worked there that brought the shit there, he was like, man, you think you seeing something? You can just imagine what that warehouse looked like.
I've always heard never drink soda out of a can. Never drink soda out of a can because rats just piss on it all the time.
Yeah, I see why I drink myself out of straw.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I always have bottles. I never drink out of a fucking can.
Man, we ain't gonna act like we ain't drunk it out the.
I mean, I have.
Well, yeah, everybody has.
I have, but if I can help,
but damn, bad.
But check this out. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck your head up. Just get a napkin and wipe the top of a can.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look in that napkin.
That motherfucker look brown.
Yeah.
No, because you can't really look at it and tell sometimes. I mean, sometimes you can, but like you get a napkin and just stick it around the edge, and it's so fucking gross. Like, and it's in every can. That's not like some cans. Like some cans you can look and you see a little bit of dirt, but every can has shit in it.
I'm telling you, if you only can soda,
I wouldn't even want to drink the can. I wouldn't even want to pick it up no more. This nigga.
Yeah, think about them cans be sitting up like for a little second before they get shipped out.
Oh, yeah. They're out there for a long time.
Yeah.
Straw man.
And it ain't like the rest, like they digging in the can, like you know how like
they run across
that bitch, the ones that's right there in the little handle. They just run across that bitch and drop some on it.
Oh yeah.
And just imagine there's 10 different rats doing this shit, just run across that bitch.
At least. I mean, you're talking about a giant warehouse full of them. There's probably rats everywhere, just all day running across.
Hey, wait, Cody, do you know what is it? What part of the country is it like where it be like they worship mice, and it's like a whole bunch of them? Yeah, I see that on the
Marshall,
Texas. No, it's like
there's no part. It's like in the country. Yeah, there's in India.
Or something, yeah.
In India, there's like rat temples where they like
worship
rats.
Yeah, y'all. It's like a million rats. They give them milk.
Yeah.
They give them olive.
They do, like, they go there to this temple and it's just filled with rats, and they like, they just sit there and like they worship rats.
It's so many of them. I don't know why they just want bomb rats and just get rid of them over here.
I think it'd be pretty hard. I mean,
I know
it's
good
at hiding.
Damn.
It's kind of their strong suit is hiding.
Hell yeah. Have you ever seen a New York rat?
No, don't.
Motherfucker as long as that damn microphone.
Nah, it looks like Joe's ugly ass dog.
What?
Man, people say anything for clout.
Oh, shots fired.
Trixie.
Hey, Trixie.
I mean, it's not far off.
dead.
Those rats are fucking huge. Like, rats.
I'm not listening to
Them
this.
motherfucking rats can pick up that candle and move that bitch if they want to.
Oh,
Rats
yeah.
will eat through your shit.
Yeah.
Like no, they used to do this torture thing where they would put like a metal cage on your stomach.
Like on Too Fast,
Too
Too
Fast, Too
Furious.
Furious, they do it, but like that was a real thing that they
What?
used to do during like the Spanish Inquisition. Is they would take like a metal cage, stick it on your stomach, and heat the top of it. So rats will like figure out a fucking way to go, and it's not going out of the metal. So the only way it can go is through your stomach. So it'll just slowly start eating through your stomach, and they have like this like super tough like teeth and shit. So I mean, it'll eat through your stomach easily.
That's how they kill somebody or something?
You usually didn't die from it. You usually
It's
just
just
sat there.
torture.
Yeah, it was a torture.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
Spanish Inquisition, they were trying to torture people. They weren't trying to kill people. So they were doing crazy shit.
That's like I walked up on the raccoons that work in that cage.
Yeah, you kick that damn cage. That's right up your damn alley. You be ready to get
I
after
want to
that.
kick that bitch so bad.
Boy, you probably ready to.
Ooh, I want to
Go, you eat raccoon.
Never have.
I don't know.
Hey, you had raccoon, Joe?
Nah.
DP?
I had a rabbit.
I think I had a frog leg before.
Was
That's
it raw?
Ooh.
It's still alive?
Nah, it was fried.
But that raccoon, y'all, man, my job is raccoons. They come out at night like
They give the
Oh, I'm
people
sure.
blues.
they give me the fucking blues at work. They come
They
out
are
like
throwing in your
warriors.
ass.
Man, I go up on that raccoon. One night I went up there, and my shift partner, he was like, "Man, it's a raccoon up there." I said, "All right." I got one of that long ass wrench about this big. I said, "I'm gonna wear his ass out." I walk up there, these motherfuckers up there fucking, and I'm talking, they going at it.
The raccoon?
The raccoons.
Are you kidding me?
Bro, they done got
took a
the
turn.
they done got the breeding. So okay, it started
Make a
off we
turn.
seeing one raccoon, like one or two. It's a whole family of them bitches that done took over the damn place. So they done had to call like a exterminator out there to come pick them up and take them out somewhere. They finally caught them damn raccoons this morning. I want to kick that cage so bad.
Hold on. So when you seen them out there doing it, you just stopped. You didn't do nothing.
I just look like,
You didn't even try to mess with them.
oh, I would have got a can of Watson, sprayed their ass, and they ran on top of the rail car and jumped off.
You broke that shit up real quick.
Then move around. I'm trying to unhook this shit and go back to the damn control
Man,
room.
DP, what?
What's the weirdest shit you've ever eaten? Raccoon?
No.
Wait, you have had raccoon, right?
A frog leg, and it was by accident.
Frog legs are pretty weird.
Chitlins, and I ain't know no better because I was
Chitlins
like
good.
6.
I've never had them, but I would.
Basically, shit, intestines.
I know what it
whatever.
is. Yeah, I mean, it's just like tripe. Tripe is like the Mexican version of it. Tripa, but
Nah, this is disgusting,
same
man.
thing.
Anything-
And tripa's good. So.
If your food smell like shit, y'all wouldn't eat no damn hamburger meat that smell like that.
Man,
Chitlins.
I eat at Wendy's.
Chitlins got
Hey.
they got a distinct smell. It's like
Yeah.
they smell like
Some
chicken.
hoes funky as hell.
Yeah, they stink, but it's just like onions to me.
yeah.
Yeah, but onions.
Well, I'm gonna say
Nobody
this.
tell your whole
Shit,
house
broccoli
smell
stinks.
It's having your
good.
whole house terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Onions can smell good.
No, I've never smelled
Chitlins
onions that
can't
smell
ever smell
good.
good.
Anybody, it's people out here smell like onion. I'm not.
Well, not that kind of onion. That's like a
No.
mustard onion.
That's what I'm saying.
Like little lemonade with
Wow. Everything
Juice's burger don't
smell.
smell good.
Who?
A Juice's burger?
No,
like
it doesn't.
If a person smells like
Sunny burger.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, fast food
But
burgers don't
But
smell good.
that's that wrong
It's that
smell.
onion. It's that onion on the
got that
burger.
onion on you,
The onion,
man.
that onion, yeah. Think about somebody you talking to me eating
DP,
onion.
we ate that onion when we ate them tacos. That's the lunch.
The onion was on y'all.
Yeah,
It
but
just
onion
didn't
smells
that
bad.
It was good though. See, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so I'm saying-
Our onion don't
That's what I'm
smell
saying. The same thing
bad.
with chitlins. Some people feel like they good too. They just don't smell good.
But my thing is like being that close to a raccoon today. If you eat raccoon, you a dirty motherfucker. Cause them hoes
Wow.
stink.
They do?
Yeah.
Well,
Bro, they smell like death. And you know,
mean-
raccoons, they eat everything. They eat trash and all that
So
shit.
do pigs. People eat pigs.
Yep.
You eat bacon, right?
Yep, I'm just saying that
It's
damn
no fucking
raccoon.
different. In that
That
sense.
coon.
You eat catfish.
Raccoon.
Catfish, all they eat is dead fish and fish shit. That's the only thing they eat. Catfish is fucking gross.
chicken too. They say chicken is.
They eat their own shit.
Chickens eat other chickens too, like for
What
fun.
the fuck do we supposed to eat? Just fucking fish?
No,
Man, look,
no,
man,
I'd say
it's-
eat any of it, but don't judge it based on like what it eats.
I think
I
you
ain't
should
judging what it
because
is.
you put
I ain't
it in
judging
your
based on-
I
body.
can't judge the chitlins like that because I mean they stink, but they don't taste that bad.
You've had them.
I'm not eating
Yeah.
it.
Chitlins are good.
What's it taste
I'm not
like?
eating it. She's
kind of reminded me of like dumplings to a certain extent, but like a different texture.
This said lining or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it is. It's the
intestinal
intestinal lining, but
It was
I
like
mean,
its
it's
own
probably
thing.
still good.
Yeah, put some little hot sauce on it, you got your meal.
No.
Yeah, it was like its own thing.
I've had blood sausage. That's
I've
probably
had
the weirdest
cow tongue
thing.
too.
I've had cow
I
tongue
heard somebody
too.
say that was good.
It's
but I
good
ain't
if
never
it's good
tried
if
it.
it's cooked long enough.
Mexicans say cow tongue.
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm.
had that.
Lingua, I think this is what it's called.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Nigga,
but they
what's
cook
in the
it
head?
for like a long time, so it.
What do you mean what I
It's
had?
like real-
I ain't never ate nothing outside of a frog leg. That was by accident.
I had an alligator. Alligators.
I heard alligator good.
Alligator's really
I
good.
wasn't
Now,
tripping
what
on
I
it.
did-
Tastes
now-
like chicken, kinda.
I want to go to Texas Day Brazil again.
Texas Day Brazil's
that's
the
best
shit.
fucking meat you can eat right
yeah,
there.
I love that place.
What all meat they got?
It's just
Yeah.
mostly steak,
Yeah.
lamb.
Ooh, that lamb good.
Oh,
The
some
lamb
lamb.
chops are so
I need to
fucking
start
good.
trying lamb.
Lamb's
Lamb
good.
chop.
Lamb's
Yeah,
like that's my favorite shit. Like I like that way more than steak.
When I went to Cedar Hill, they had took us on a field trip.
Ain't
there.
it better for you?
No,
I don't know.
not really.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
steak
I-
isn't really bad for you.
Well, it don't.
Steak is actually
It
pretty
doesn't
good for
digest
you.
for me.
Steak's good for you as long as you can digest it. Some
Yeah.
people just have problems digesting red meat, but
Yeah,
then
they
you shouldn't
do.
eat any red meat.
Right.
But
it's
steak,
true.
in a sense, is pretty damn good for you.
Steak is good.
Yeah,
If you cook it right.
yeah. By cooking it not long at all. That shit pisses me off when people eat like steak
Well
or
done.
medium well. That shit needs to be
When I go out to a
medium rare.
restaurant-
I like it
every
meat
time.
between medium well,
Yeah,
medium rare.
I want it just a little,
red.
just a tiny. Just
want
a,
it
just really
all
like
the
a
way
brownish pink.
Ugh.
If man,
God.
and if they don't fix it like that, man, just give me like a fucking hockey puck and just give me some garlic butter, okay?
If you go eat a
Because
well
I'm
done
not.
steak,
Don't
you
give
might-
me nothing red
that's
because
like-
it's gonna turn me off,
like
man.
eating a well done steak is
I
like
want
trying.
mine well done. I'm
Yeah.
What? How the fuck you chew that?
Well
It's like
done.
leather
No,
jacket.
it's not.
No, you get that
It's if
garlic
you eat
butter.
that cheap steak. it's gonna be like that.
No,
If
it
you
doesn't
eat
matter what steak.
This
Medium.
one is good with a little crunch on the corner.
Yeah.
No.
What?
You talking about when it's charred a little bit? You can do that and still have it medium well.
No, you don't
I
want
like
that
it
in
like
that
I
middle.
like mine.
That's how-
all brown.
Nah,
Oh,
but
that's
sometimes it could be a
nasty
light
shit.
light
But you know what? But
brown
now
and
check
it
this out.
still be
I
juicy.
respect medium well and well done. So I'm not going against the grain. I do eat it like that, but it got to be done completely right. Everybody can't do that shit.
Yeah.
So if you like, that's kind of where April said it's like if I feel like I'm like Texas Roadhouse, y'all ain't good at that.
Yeah.
So I'm well done.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Because
get it.
Always do.
Yeah, if I go to Texas
They would
Roadhouse,
give
yeah.
you-
If I go to Cheddar's and get a steak anywhere, for something like that, say I went to Applebee's and I was just like, I don't know what to get. I'm just gonna get the steak. It's well done because y'all ain't no steakhouse.
Yeah.
But if I go to a steakhouse, I'm gonna fuck with that medium well done.
Because they gonna know how to do
Cause they
it.
gonna know how to, you know, they gonna
I'm
have
saying the ones
But
I be
that's
cooking now,
still
they
that's
medium
like
well.
overcooked. I always do medium
That's how I
rare.
be
Yeah,
doing.
they do, and that's why I couldn't get a hold of one of them. I couldn't get a hold of that thick one. Remember, it took me a long time
But
to
what
eat it.
what can they do to it? What do you mean?
I don't feel
What?
like they sanitary enough.
But that doesn't have
It's
anything to
not.
do with
They ain't killing all the
sanitation.
germs.
There are,
Yeah.
but that you don't get germs from eating a medium rare steak.
Shit.
You
I don't
don't.
know.
They
I
just
don't
it has to be
like
cooked to a certain temperature, which medium rare cooks it to that
Check this
temperature.
out. I don't
It doesn't make a
I don't
difference
wanna
for
eat blood,
germs.
bro. I'm not like
Yeah,
blood.
that's kind
But
of
then,
like you
but
might
that's
as well
not
go out there
medium
and
rare.
eat the damn cow.
That's rare.
I don't.
No, it's different.
I
Medium
don't
rare.
mind
No,
well done.
medium rare is
Unless I'm
whenever.
at the steakhouse.
Medium rare is whenever like
the meat's
it
still
just
red.
it has the
I
meat's
don't
still
care,
red,
'cause I
but
don't-
it has like a bunch of. It's like where all the fat's not cooked out of it. That's the point, to where like it keeps all the fat that's in it, so it still
But the
tastes good.
inside is like
It still look like
not
human
done.
skin. I ain't eating that shit like that.
It's done.
I don't want it like that.
Don't eat it. Fuck, goddamn.
Wow.
No, trying to
stopping
make you over here trying to make us feel like we gotta eat it and understand.
Well, no, but
why
you're
we
just
should eat it.
but you're just eating it wrong.
No.
no.
Well, ask any chef what's the best way to cook steak, and
They
they'll
gonna
say,
well done.
no, they
Medium
are
well.
not. No, they are not. Medium well and well done are basically the same thing. They're going to say medium or medium rare. Any chef in the fucking world, that's what they'll say. Medium, medium
I
rare.
know the steak I had down there in
Like
Miami,
always.
that was like one of the best steaks I ever had.
DP, you probably was fucked up and you be eating when you fucked
was
up.
tearing that
You
motherfucker
eat
up.
a damn thing.
I had that lobster mac and an asparagus. The best.
Where?
It was a steakhouse in Miami called Red Steakhouse. I'll never eat that again though, but the food was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty damn good. I didn't like the steak sauce because it was like sweet.
You do a steak sauce?
That night I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really have a good steak. It's like you don't eat without steak sauce.
Yeah, you should never eat steak with steak sauce. If you have to use steak sauce, then you didn't.
I do it
right.
to give it flavor. We'll give it some more flavor.
You just season
Give
the
it
meat
some more
the right
flavor.
way.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So you said now you going against the grain on niggas that like sauce.
What do you mean? That's not against the grain. The grain is
Cody only wants
to not
salt
eat it
and
with.
pepper only.
No, some
that's
people
what
like
it's
say
supposed
no. He's
to be.
correct. Some people do eat that.
Salt and pepper and butter.
Yeah, a
It's
good
not some
steak is
people,
you eat it
most
without
people.
steak sauce if you season it right. But I don't like I like my
Salt and pepper is not seasoned right.
Yes, it is for steak. That's what you're supposed to cook
Nah, he
steak
going
with.
again. He's saying basically if you eat sauce, you ain't eating it right.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm saying.
Oh, that's your
going
opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know, but it's also
we're going against the grain.
Got somebody
But
that's
then
right.
If you eat it well done,
Right.
If you got a little sauce,
because
you ain't eating it
you're
right.
picking the two things
If
that
you
like
ain't eating how they
everyone
cooked it,
that
you
most
wrong.
people
Like
agree.
you stay like white people.
Maybe that's not a bad thing. I'm just eating it the way that like actual chefs say that this is how
Who
you should
said
eat it.
that?
Somebody
Gordon Ramsay,
science.
every chef that you can think. I mean, that's just a known thing that steak shouldn't be cooked over a certain amount.
You know, we all listen to screw music. I know you know that. So, how was it when you first worked with DJ Screw?
It's like a dream come true, you know. It's like, you know, you got to imagine the magnitude of that time. This was when, you know, the school movement had just really took over the streets. This is where you could go to school and go to class and people was talking about, you got your beef tape, you know, with the dub or with dub. Like, so just can't having your voice on the school tape, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, that could get you laid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just, you know, it was real. So just the fact that I had somebody that, you know, appreciated my music and liked it enough to support it and give it a chance, you know, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
Right. Working with Big Mo.
Working with Big Mo it's the same thing, you know. Mo was one of my biggest supporters and fans on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell people, you know, when it's people you come up with together, at a lot of times when you're making history, you don't know you're making history. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, working with Mo is just like working with one of my partners that blew. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, just like any other member of the SEC. So, what I like more about Mo is how supportive he was of me and how much of a Lil O fan he was and how much he always trusted me with, hey, I need a record. You know, I know you're the person that's going to come up with the hook here, this and that. You know, those are the times that I think of when I think of Mo.
How do you feel about like Houston rap now? Do you think it went like more mainstream, or do you still think it's like more of Houston rap like in Screwed Up Click days?
I don't really look at it as a past or new anything. I mean, I think in order for the music to grow, we need as many people popping out the city as possible. So whatever new artist is popping, I wish them all the best. Whatever legends are still doing their thing, putting out great music, I wish them all the best. You know, I'm one of those people that understand the more people that's popping out the city, whether we mess with each other or not, or we friends or not, if anybody is doing good out the city, it makes it better for us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have time to differentiate who's old, who's new. If you're popping out the city, I'm with you, and it makes it better for me. You know what I'm saying?
Players Chose, it's an anthem, man. It's like a legendary song. When I hear that, it's like probably my favorite song, one of my favorites. How did that song come about?
Just being a young player at the time, man, you know. A young player in the streets at the time, having it his way, having it a bunch of money, you know, it kind of made me feel, you know, invincible, and it made me feel like I didn't have to sweat nobody, man. And it's just fast talk, man. It's street player shit, man. Young, having fun, having a bunch of bread, and you know, having it your way, and it was just how I felt at the time. And that's how I still feel, to be honest. I just didn't know it would turn into a legendary anthem. It just, at a time, you know, where so many cats was running around chasing women, you know, I was young, having fun, and, you know, a band, a beam, a bunch of bread, and I felt like, wait a second, I'm the cat. You know what I'm saying? Why am I chasing me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and it just stuck, man. And
it's a
one of
Texas
those records that,
anthem.
you know, every time I go in the studio, it's like I always try to make something that lasts the test of time. Any song I do, I don't do fast, I don't ride waves. I just always try to make something real that I feel like I could be proud of. And that's just one of those songs that I'm real proud of. That's to this day is, you know, it stood the test of time, man. And I'm real grateful for that.
Yeah. So, what do you think it is about Houston, like the actual area of Houston, that's made so many good artists come out of Houston and have like such a distinct style?
I think Screw, to be honest with you, I think DJ Screw had a lot to do with it, because a lot of times we live in a world where nobody's gonna love you till somebody else loves you. You know, they'll know you hot, they'll know you're talented, but it's almost like they gotta see someone else appreciate you to be appreciated. Then they'll start appreciating you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like Screw was one of the first people that said, hey, I'm not gonna wait for anybody else to say you're dope. I'm not gonna wait for anybody else to give you a chance. I think you're dope. I'm gonna give you a chance. And he really had that platform. So when someone gave us that platform and didn't wait for the world to say we was hot and used his influence for us to change the game, you know what I'm saying? And that's a thing I think that's missing right now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the mentality now is you have to leave to get on. You know what I'm saying? You have to leave to get on now. Well, with Screw, it's like, no, you don't gotta leave to get on. Bring me your music. I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And because we have someone that loved us first and made other people love us first and made other people feel all right jamming us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's now, you have a whole era of people that didn't even listen to outside music. That was like, look, all we jam is Texas music, because someone that had that platform didn't feel like they had to wait on the world to like it. And that's what I feel is missing now. I think that's why Houston created so many great artists. We never felt like we had to jump on anybody else's wave to be successful. I think a lot of the new artists feel that they can't do them and be successful.
You were born in like Nigeria. That's where your family's from. Do you ever go back and visit them?
Absolutely. I try to go back like maybe every 3 or 4 years. You know, I was supposed to go back, you know, right before this COVID thing, you know, to visit my grandmother, but you know, with this coronavirus, you know, that fucked up everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Traveling just got the same. You know, a lot of borders are shut off, and you know, it's too wild to travel right now, especially, you know, overseas. You don't want to get stuck in another country and all this shit going on. So we'll see. But yeah, I definitely try to go back as much as possible.
Yeah.
So how is the cultural, like, how is it over there?
It's the best of times and the worst of times. You know what I'm saying? It's some of the richest shit you ever see over there, some of the poorest shit you ever see over there. But the culture is a beautiful culture within itself. It's good to know your roots. It's good to be, you know, it's good to be able to look around and see where you came from and see a whole country of people that look just like you. It's good to know the history. It's good to know the food. It's good to know the struggle. And I think it prepares you for the world too, because at the end of the day, it's still Africa. You know what I'm saying? It's still some of the poorest, it's some of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the world, but it's still some of the poorest neighborhoods in the world. So I think it puts in your mind a sense of gratefulness. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, you know, I'm blessed to have the opportunities I have, and I got to make sure I don't fuck it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't even know that you were from there.
Absolutely, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, they know now, because I think, you know, with the explosion of the internet and social media, people have a lot more access to information now. But, I mean, if you always listen to my music, it was always there. It was always there. It was never a secret. It was always there. You know, I just think now with the, you know, with the social media world, and I think people know more about the artist in general now, not just Lil O anybody. I think now because of social media and the internet, I think people just have more access to the artists now that we didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I think I would have known more about Tupac if he would have had an Instagram growing up. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
You work with Destiny's Child on Can't Stop.
Absolutely.
How does it feel?
Absolutely.
How does it feel now that you know looking back at it and you see Beyonce? She's just like basically all Michael Jackson, in my opinion. How does that feel now to know that you was like in the midst of the beginning?
I'm extremely proud of it, man. I'm extremely proud of it because it's like you got to remember, Can't Stop was my very first record I ever put out.
Yep.
It became a school tape class as well. I think if you think about one of the songs that people talk about when they talk about signify the school movement, I think Can't Stop is definitely one of the famous songs that was made popular strictly off of crew tapes and became a street classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
it's like when you see the record still being played now and people, I still get DMs on Can't Stop and posts on Can't. This is no exaggeration, at least 4 or 5 times a week. And it's from older cats to younger cats because I think the message was timeless. And just to see B go on to be as huge as she is, it's incredible, man. It's you know, I think it's inspiring to see somebody that you know started where you at and go to that point. It'll make you feel like nothing is impossible. You know what I'm saying? And B's a class act as well. A lot of people don't know that Matthew, her daddy, was my first man. So he taught me a lot about the business and the game too. So it's like it's a family bond there that's bigger than just music as well. But yeah, man, I'm extremely proud of B. I think she's a first class artist. I think she's a first class person in general. And Can't Stop is one of the songs that I'm really proud of because I think in a time where so much music comes and goes, that's one of the records that still is lasting at the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even more legendary now because Beyonce and Destiny's Child have, you know, became mass people stuff, but that was both our first video, the first record we ever put out.
Yeah, because that was in what, 97?
97, 90, I'm not sure. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, but you know, hey, man, they still jamming like it's brand new. I'm grateful for it, man. And like now I'm at the point now where it's like I kind of understand. People tell me every day like, oh, you lasted a long time, man, from old records to new records. So I'm kind of like at a place right now where I'm very comfortable with myself. I just sit back and smile and be like, yeah, you know, that record is a classic because every day I get reminded of a new record or a record that touched somebody that they jam. You know, yesterday for some reason people was on We Ain't Broke No More. That's another. There's always something, man. It's always something there to remind me, man. So it's just good to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying?
Growing up in Houston, when was you really introduced to like the street life? I know you got a song called Street Life. When were you really?
I think 15. I think like you know I would tell people you know that was asking you know how did you get involved in the streets and it was actually I tell people it was through a girl you know what I'm saying because I was dating the oldest chick at the time and she had a roommate. And her roommate was dating, you know, this. Now he was a full blown menace. Just you know, I'm older now to understand what he was. You know what I'm saying? But her roommate was dating a menace to society. Like you know, he was a gangster. All the stuff that people rap about but don't really say. He was that, and that was club work. So my introduction to the streets was me going over there to meet my girlfriend at the time, and he just busted into the door. You know what I'm saying? To see her friend, and it was some domestic abuse shit going on. He pummeled her down there to death. He had a gun in his hand, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? I'm 15. You know, they're older than me, so he's probably about 19. So then he has this big gun in my hand. And he's like, who the fuck is this nigga on the couch? And And it's like, no, that's Chanel's boyfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that was my first. I had never seen no one hold a gun before in my life. That was my first. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was, I ain't, I'm not gonna lie. I had no introduction to street life whatsoever, but that was my first introduction. And it sounds crazy, but over time, for me being over there with my girlfriend, and he always over there with her roommate, he just got cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, we was shooting the shit, and it was like, yo, the J's is coming out. You gonna get them? And I was like, I was like, nah, man, I ain't got no money. And he was like, you ain't got no money. And I was like, nah. And he was like, what, you want me to tell you how to do? And the rest is history. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to street life.
Straight up. All right. I feel like my introduction to drink was basically DJ Screw. Sipping drink, the whole movement with that. Do you feel like a lot of like the new rappers like kind of just like, oversaturated, they drowned it out? Kind of like, doing too much with the whole setup of how Drink was really introduced to the game of being real player. And that's kind of like goofy acting these days.
I try not to judge. I try not to judge because, I think with age comes wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a lot wiser. So I try not to be too hard on a lot of the youth. I think a lot of this shit is crass, dummy shit. I think a lot of this shit is stupid. But also I understand that some of the stuff I did as a kid, I might not do now or look at it the same. You know what I'm saying? I just think at a time right now, especially people are exposed to too much on the internet. People are exposed to too much on social media. And if you don't know no better, if you weren't raised by OG, if you were raised by IG, you're fucked because you really gonna not be smart enough to understand a lot of these kids are going to you're gonna end up fucked up. You're gonna end up in a bad place. You're gonna end up dead. You're gonna end up locked up. It's just I think the difference is we still. I come from one of the last years where we still had niggas to show us shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand a lot of the stuff that they do now, like niggas flashing guns and drugs and all kinds of illegal shit on social media. And like the feds don't exist. I don't come from that era. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
But also I understand that I'm not really a preachy dude because I think a lot of times when you preach, people think that you think you better or they say you judging. So I'm really kind of a mind my business kind of dude. Watch from afar, like, man, you look crazy.
For real.
Yeah. I respect
That's
that.
true chat.
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
For real.
Yeah.
It's just, look, man, I just stay in my lane.
Right. That's all you can do is just stay in your lane and do you.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah. I mean, who did you grow up listening to? Like, was it some guys like kind of in the Houston area, or did you kind of branch out to like all the areas for hip hop?
I mean, I think people gotta understand it. The guys that people grew up listening to are my dudes. So it's not like we grew up listening to Houston rap. We are the Houston rap that people grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up on people we were heavy West Coast influence. Like, I like shit like Spice One. I like shit like Too Short. I like shit like NWA, Ice-T, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I loved a lot of East Coast shit too because I love the lyrics. I love Nas. I love Biggie. You know what I'm saying? I love all the classic hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's shit I like. You know, Screw put us on a lot of underground shit from the Bay, like Mac Mall and Steve-O and all that gangster shit from the West Coast. That's the shit we really like. You know what I'm saying? And the heavy East Coast shit that was popular at the time. Pop, all that shit. That's the shit I grew up on.
Yeah.
Got any up and coming songs, anything?
Absolutely. You know, I got new videos out right now. You know, couple brand new videos and new songs out right now. I got a new video out right now called Bossed Up. Record doing very well. If you haven't seen the video, it's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
Got another new video called High Side. It's doing crazy right now. Check it out. I also got a brand new video called Tea Leaf. It's on YouTube right now. Check it out. I also dropped a brand new record called How They Do.
Okay.
It's kind of like an ode to what's going on right now with the whole Black Lives Matter movement. We're actually shooting a video for that next week, and I'm real proud of that song as well. So if you haven't heard it, check it out, How They Do. And if you like, you know, my last project was The Re-Up. I feel like it's an incredible class that teaches everybody from Big Crit, Devin the Dude, Silicon, Chameleon, Beat King. It's just a dope project. It's called The Re-Up. And that's on all streaming platforms right now. So, yeah, I mean, if you follow me and you're on the underground scene, I'm very active. You get what I'm saying? I'm out every day. If you follow me on social media, you'll see all my videos. When I'm not doing that, I'm touring all over the world. Of course, this COVID slowed down a lot of things. But, yeah, I'm good, man. Living life, enjoying my life, enjoying the fruits of my labor, still putting out new music. I'm glad people love and care about, and just grinding, man.
Yeah. I noticed on How They Do, you did mention the Black Lives Matter movement. I checked that out, and I noticed that you know, you had mentioned Floyd in there, and they were saying that he was a member of SUC as well. So I know that that impacted you a lot. How do you feel about that right now, Black Lives Matter? Like, what's your take on that?
I think it's a very powerful movement, man. I think it's right now. The world is changing. I think because of the invention of camera phones, a lot of the stuff that people were talking about back in the 90s where America thought people were making shit up is now coming to light. Like, all of, these people were telling the truth the whole time. You get what I'm saying? I think a lot of the times, when people were saying, hey, laws are brutalizing people unjustly. They playing dope. They doing all this. It seems like if you came up in the streets of the black community, you knew it was true. But I think the suburban America that lived a totally different life is sounding like, nah. You know what I'm saying? But now in the time where you're seeing it, you get what I'm saying? I think it's really taking on a life of its own because it's really exposed a lot of the corruption that's going on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that people are really starting to take heed to it and understand that we need police reform. And at the same time, I hope whilst we out here asking for police to change, I think us as a community, I hope we do better as well. Because one thing I learned about change, it takes accountability too. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop killing each other. We got to stop. We got to be, if the world changes, we got to change as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. But Black Lives Matter, I think people always try to confuse the message and say, well, what about all this black on black crime? Well, I think Black Lives Matter and matter two different things. To me, Black Lives Matter is strictly about cops brutalizing poor people in communities of color and us saying that, hey, our lives matter too, and this needs to stop. That's what Black Lives Matter is about.
TruChat.
All the other stuff. I think black people are fighting several battles right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most
Black Lives Matter is just one of many. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You got your trademark, your whoa. Where did that actually come from?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, the famous whoa. It's always something I did just to fill in spaces during our rap. But I didn't know it was ever special. Hawk was the one that let me know how special it was. Because one time Hawk called me to the studio. And it was like, hey, I need you to come lay this verse. So, I came, I heard the song, I made the verse. And, I nailed it. I thought it was a dope verse. And then I said, okay, I'm done. And he looked me dead in the face and it's like, what do you mean you're done? I was like, I'm done. What, you don't like the verse? He says, yeah, I love the verse, but you ain't going, boom. I was like, I don't think it needed a wall in there. And he was like, oh, let me tell you something, man. The streets love it when you go, whoa. I don't care what it is. always do the whoa. Always do the yeah and the whoa. It's like, I was like, are you for real? It's like, bro, always do the whoa. When they hear that, they know that's oh. And it just always stuck with me. And then when he passed, it really stuck with me because, me and Hawk was extremely close. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of my way of honoring him. And so the 6 was just stuck with me. I mean, it's my way of remembering Hawk, but it's also because he reminded me how special it was. Yeah. So that's why I always do whoa.
Do you still keep in touch with everybody?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we're all doing our own thing and maneuver through life. But of course, man, if it ain't nothing but a DM on Instagram, like, hey, bro, yeah, definitely. I think as grown men, no one hangs out like they used to because we're all busy chasing goals and dreams and have responsibilities. But yeah, you definitely keep in touch. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, I mean, out of, all the collabs that you've done, whether it's Slim Thug, Zero, UGK, everybody, was there ever one that was, either in the works or one that you just really wanted to do that just hasn't happened yet?
I'm always, I love collabs, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I've done legendary collabs. I don't even feel like I know some of my collabs. I feel like they're iconic, but I'm always looking to work with new artists. You know what I'm saying? Whoever I feel talented. So, there's plenty of people that I would love to make practice with, new artists that I like. But I think my collab list is iconic. I got classics with everybody from Beyonce to UGK to Scarface to everybody. It's not, I've done a lot of great collabs. So, anything else would be pretty much new artists, I would love to work with Lil Baby. That's my favorite one. With Lil Baby, you know what I'm saying? I love the talent of Lil O as well. I just love her voice. I feel it. I think some people can sing and then some people just have a special voice. I love her voice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are two things that I really like that I would say if someone said name 2 people right now I'd like to work.
I had a question about Bag Back. That's definitely one of my favorites also. How do you realize how much impact that really had? Because I mean they used to get, I was 14 listening to that and I was just a little bit too hype, I feel like.
I knew at the time, man, it's Back Back. It's when I dropped Back Back, the earth shit. I've seen some incredible shit happen. Back Back. I'm talking about some of the biggest fights I've ever seen is when Back Back came on and I performed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about in hood clubs. I'm talking about country bars. His song had a life on its own, but I think I will honestly say, really, this whole coronavirus thing really reminded me. It's almost like I started seeing all these memes and viral explosions and people doing shit on it, making skits on it. And to me, it was dope because, say you did a song that long ago and people still remember it. Now they tell this the new anthem of the coronavirus. It's just crazy. But Back brings a lot of good memories back in. And yeah, I always knew it had an impact. I always felt it was a Southern classic, but I can't lie along the line. Because now I feel like the people that grew up listening to Back have this own memories. But now I think a lot of the people that grew up during coronavirus, well, look at it as something else now. But now it signifies 2 different times, and that's just wild.
Is there anything else that you'd like to promote?
Yeah, man, just check out the new music, man. I'm real proud of the new music I'm putting out. I'm real proud of it. Not to brag, but I see what other cats are doing. I love my videos, man. So anybody that's listening right now, make sure you check out all my new videos, the new single T-Lee, featuring DJ Michael Watts. The videos on YouTube. My single Bossed Up.
Bossed Up is jamming. Bossed Up is jamming. I check Bossed Up out. I definitely gonna ride to that. That's that. They got that classic sound that I like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really
high
felt.
sliding video is dope.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen the high sliding video? It's incredible. You know, if you ever heard my brand new record, How They Do, the video's on the way, but the song is streaming everywhere right now. I think that's a real dope record, man. If you just want to get catched up on what Lil O doing, make sure you check out my latest project. It's old to some, but it's new to many. You know, it's the re-up. If you haven't heard it, you're missing out on the classics. You know, and like I said, it features everybody from Big Crit, Devin the Dude, Killer Codak, Millionaire, Beat Big. So it's just a who's who of Texas music and down south music. So definitely check out the re-up and just check out all the new music, man. I'm real proud of it. One thing I always say to myself, I ain't gonna put out nothing if I feel it can't live well. The music I've been making. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what made me famous and what made me a legend. And I'm very proud of the new music I'm making. Because they made new classics like All Right with me and Jody. Just a bunch of dope music, man. So I'm real proud of it. So make sure you catch up on it, man. Again, all my new videos is on YouTube, and follow me on all my social media. SUC-Lil-O. SUC-Lil-O. That's my Instagram. That's my Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, everything. SUC-Lil-O. Follow the movement, man. We ain't going nowhere. We stay here doing our thing.
Definitely supporting, man. I definitely appreciate your time. I appreciate your blessings with that game here on TruChat. It definitely was an honor to speak with you, sir. Like I say, I'm kind of shook, man. I grew up listening to you from like high school up until now. I'm still listening. And for me to talk, I never really ever seen this. So I really do appreciate that. We here at TruChat appreciate that.
Yeah, we really do.
I made sure I gave you a follow on Instagram so I can stay more in tune, stay more up to date what's going on.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all reaching out. I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate y'all supporting the movement from back then to up to now, man. Real shit, man. It's good. It's good to be appreciated. Real shit. And I appreciate y'all reaching out, man. Thank you for y'all having me, man.
Oh, yeah, most appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe out here.
All right, God bless.
All right now.
Tell her stop playing with me. Let's talk about money, then please stay away from me. I see demons, somebody please pray for me. I recline in my chair and wait patiently. Tell her stop playing with me. Yeah. Tell her stop playing with me. Yeah.